Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hello.
It's Scotty T, and it's your Comedy Minute. And I have an absolutely fantastic comedian, actor, model. I believe she also produces and promotes shows. Robyn Gilleran, if I said it right. Robyn, did I say it
That's
correctly?
right. You
Robyn,
did. You said it right. It's a
Robyn,
hard
it's
G.
so nice to meet you. It's taken a few months to get together, but I'm happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
God bless. Let's start. You're in Michigan, is that right?
Correct. Yes, just outside of Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, I've been to Detroit, born and raised in Michigan.
Yes, but I've lived quite a few other places. But we just made our way back. So here we
Go ahead.
are.
I want you to, this is all about you, Robyn. Take
I
us
love
because
it.
the next question is, I believe acting and modeling started first. Take me from, when you were young.
Sure. Yeah. I always knew I wanted to be an entertainer. That was
Right.
just in my blood. When I went away to school, I went to Michigan State University. I wanted to go for theater, and my parents would not let me.
Okay.
So I majored in engineering, like
Wow.
every good actor does. And I didn't finish that. I actually switched my junior year to English and film, and I worked behind the scenes in production as a producer, production manager, coordinator for a long time.
Right.
And when I had my kids, I it was very stressful. My husband has a super busy job, and I just couldn't keep up with the busy lifestyle with two full-time working people. And then we were having our second baby. I was like, gosh, this is awful. And so I took that opportunity to quit my full-time job. I think I was basically fired actually because I tried to go part-time and they sort of pushed
Robyn,
me.
there's a difference, isn't there?
Yeah, well, they pushed me out of going part-time basically. They let me do it
I've
for
been
eight
fired
weeks.
before. Right.
Yeah. Well, they let me
That's
do it.
how, not to interrupt, but that's how your comedy minute started.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
got fired for telling jokes.
Yeah, so they let me go part-time for like 8 weeks and then it didn't work out for them. I loved it. I was like, this is great. And so that's when I got into doing some acting. I started for that company. I was doing some
Okay.
voiceovers and on-camera stuff and I really liked it. And that's always what I wanted to do anyway. So I just started doing that a little part-time and that was about 18, 17 years ago
Right.
now. So that's how I started. I was doing some acting, and then my husband has a pretty stressful job. He's a surgeon, and he was just really stressed out at work, and he needed something to do to relieve that stress other than having an affair. And so he started comedy, and it was great.
Okay, that because that was the next question.
Yes, he started first.
I think you started about 6 years ago or so, right?
Yes, almost seven now, and he
Okay.
started about 9 years ago.
Okay.
And I just got kind of sick of sitting in the audience and watching him. So I thought, well, I'm going to give this a try. And at first, of course, you're terrible, but you think you're great. And I just followed him around and we started producing shows. People wouldn't book us together. I don't know why. It was weird. So we just started producing our own shows so we could have
Okay.
stage time together and spend time together. And it was a lot of fun. And it stuck. It stuck. And
Yeah.
now we're touring. We're
It's
doing some
let's mention
great shows.
Jason,
Yes.
and it's hard G comedy. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the last name is Gilleran, and actually that stemmed from him doing a show, a showcase somewhere. Somebody wrote next to his name. He said, "How do you pronounce your name?" And Jason said, "It's Gilleran," and he said, "Oh, with a hard G," and he wrote hard G next to him, and he was like, "Oh, I like that," so it stuck.
Okay. Well, now I've had a couple of couples on the show, and I did watch. I went to your YouTube channel, I subscribed, and liked a couple of the videos.
Thank
But I
you.
noticed the one video it says hard G comedy, and he goes up, and then you go up.
Yes.
Have there ever been a time where you both were up?
There has, and it's hit or miss. I'll tell you, some nights we'll do it and it rocks. It's so good. People are
Right.
screaming and laughing, but we've tried it a couple times where it just didn't work at all. So we're a little gun shy. We're not scared
What?
to fail, but we do want to make sure people have a great show when we get booked on these headlining gigs. So we're trying our best to see if we can make it work for some stage time together because I think that's what people expect when they see a comedy couple. Jason's starting to incorporate some music into his act, which is super
Okay.
fun. We both play piano and we both sing, so we may be doing some of that. I think we need to start with some clips and see how that goes, like some reels.
Do you have times where you're both on the show, and let's say you go and then he goes, or he goes and you go, where you think you killed and he didn't do well, or vice versa?
Oh, I love that question. Well, it's all the audience, right? And what their opinion is. I can say, oh, I did better or he did better. And I do think there have been times, but there have been times where people will come up to me and say, oh my gosh, you were so much better. You should go after him. Because I always let him go last. He's got great callbacks to my jokes. And I really like that he is doing comedy during the check drop. I have to admit, it's really hard to keep people's attention while they're like trying to figure out how much to tip their server. So I appreciate that because I've done some shows where I've closed them out, like Robin and Friends shows, and it is not easy. So much appreciation goes out to my husband. But yeah, so I think it's happened where he's done way better than me or I've done way better than him. But it's really just about making sure that the audience is
I,
having fun
I
no matter
bet,
what,
not to
and
interrupt,
we
but
are too.
I bet that's an uncomfortable car ride home.
Never, no, who cares? You're
No, no,
not
I
just
mean, in
one
other words,
show.
let's say that Jason's sitting there and he knows he didn't do well, and he knows that you killed.
I really feel like he just always thinks he does better than me, even if he doesn't.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at.
And I just let him. It's
But
fine.
oh, okay. There's never been a time where in the way him you go, I whooped your ass.
Well, I had somebody say that to me once. We were at a show together, and he goes, "Oh, I bet tonight's gonna be fun, because Jason bombed." I was like, "Oh shoot, don't say that." It was Tim Finkel. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a
That's
headliner
funny.
in
No, I'm
Detroit.
glad I asked that question. Even you like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
What about comedians that inspired you? Oh, and I want to go back for a second.
Sure.
When you said about that you started doing comedy 6, 7 years, almost 7 years ago,
Yeah.
was there a catalyst? Was there something that said, Robin, let's do comedy?
Well, yeah, it is. And it was not Jason's idea. In fact, I think he was not so happy about it at first that I basically hijacked
Hmm.
his hobby. He called it a hub session, like, a hobby and an obsession. And so I just was watching so much and I'm like, gosh, there's not a ton of women. And I feel like I'm as funny as these women. Like,
Absolutely,
I think I could
absolutely.
try this. And I was already a performer. And I was watching Jason. I was going to all of these shows, sitting in the audience. And I thought, well, I want to try it. And there's a class at our local club,
Yeah.
Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, that you can take. And it's an amazing class. If you want to just try it once, you get to go on stage and perform for your friends and family that are local. And I'm sure there's one in every major city, a class you can take. And I just really enjoyed it. And I kind of caught the bug, So
Yeah.
that's how it started, and it really has turned into really almost a career. I would say a second career for him. So I sort of hijacked his hobby and made him get a second job.
Well, you're doing pretty good yourself. You're traveling all over, and I mean, I've seen.
Yes, yeah. And I have so much more time than he does because he really does work a lot. Like he's lucky that I'm basically our management team, and I'm a booking agent and a manager and I do it all and he just shows up and he's able to be funny. So he is lucky and I'm lucky too because he makes the house payment.
Yeah, well, he's a surgeon, isn't he? He's a doctor, right?
Yeah, he's a urologist. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You do a bit about that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch that one. Comedians that inspired you when you were younger, or that you liked, and kind of, or comedians that you like
Yes.
today.
Well, when I was younger, I mean, my favorite was Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
I still to this day worship Joan Rivers. And I love, there's a local comic who's actually opening for us this Thursday. And his name is Ned Rice. And he used to write for Joan
Ned's
Rivers.
been on the show.
Yeah, he's incredible. So he's opening for us at One Night Stands in Waterford this Thursday. We're really lucky to have an
Ned's
opportunity to
wonderful.
headline it.
Ned's been a writer for many years.
He's incredible. And I love Joan Rivers. I love Mitch Hedberg. Like I
Yeah.
just love a good one-liner. And I just think that he was so clever. And it's so sad that, we've lost them both. But so growing up, and I always watched with my dad Benny Hill. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. I was like 5, like watching stuff I probably shouldn't have watched as a child. Monty Python. I love sketch comedy. But like currently, there's so many people that inspire me. One of my favorites is Wendy Liebman, and I've been compared
Wendy's
to
been on the
her.
show. Wendy's a buddy of mine.
Oh, I would love to meet her because I've been compared to her and I was so
Well,
honored.
I shouldn't say she's a buddy of mine.
Well, comedy buddy, a work buddy.
Yeah, whatever.
Um,
Yeah.
and I had the honor to work with one of my favorites, Erica Rhodes, I
I
love.
have that written down. I have that written down because there's a story about Erica too.
She's amazing. I think she's just such a clever writer and I just love how she is on stage, her persona, everything is like it's so well put together. There's another.
She was on America's Got Talent and got almost the end. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on America's Got Talent. She was really, really great on that show.
Yeah.
She's amazing. I love her. I think she's great.
And your voice is just like hers.
It's funny that, Tim Finkel, he's going to come up again. Before I even knew who Erica was, like right when I started comedy, he said, "Oh my gosh, you got to listen to this comic. You sound just like her." And I was like,
No, no,
"What?"
yours is down an octave. Hers is up there, man.
It's a
Hers
yeah.
is hers is really high.
Well, and it might just be because I'm old.
No,
It could
no,
have been
no,
a little
no.
higher when I was
I
younger.
often think because I know Erica a little bit and going way
Sure.
back with Erica. But
She's so clever. I really think she's
there's
great.
times I think I don't know that I could sit through a whole hour of that.
I had a headliner. I hosted Jason Featured, and a headliner came up and made fun of my voice, like in a mean way, like, "Oh my
Oh
gosh,
yeah,
that man's got to listen to it all the time." And I was like, "Oh, I will never ever work with you again," because that was mean. But
absolutely.
I mean, I have a joke about it. I have a joke where I talk about
You
Xanax.
can do a joke or two. This is a comedy show, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. So I have a joke where I say it's about using Xanax, getting, that there are pros and cons to being married to a doctor, that you get all the free medical advice you need, which is great,
Right.
and Ozempic. But I once got an unsolicited Xanax prescription for being annoying, and then I, but it's not even working because it doesn't change your voice. And sometimes people laugh and sometimes people don't. And I'm like, are you listening to my voice? I know it's annoying. I've heard these clips. So
No,
it is
it's
what it
fine. Like I said, and
is.
I was joking about Erica because
Yeah.
it doesn't
Cute.
matter who it is. If funny is funny, if it comes out of their mouth and it's funny, you know.
Yeah, she's great. I love her. And I also love Mark Norman. I think he's
Yeah,
very talented.
great.
And Joe List, two of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Okay.
I mean, I can't say enough about them. And then as far as like comics that I think are about to blow up that I love personally, she's also a great comedy coach and writer. Heather Pasternak. If you have
Okay.
not heard of her, look her up. She's so clever. She's the
Love to have her
smartest,
on the
most,
show. Love to have her on the show. If you can help me
she's
out, I'd love to have
amazing.
her on the
And I
show.
love her so much. She's out of LA.
Okay. Uh Favorite show, least favorite show.
Like TV show?
No, no, we'll get to that. Favorite that
Oh,
you've done, that you performed on.
my shows.
And again, Jason didn't even have to be there because you do shows without him, right?
Yes. Favorite show. I mean, we had the honor of headlining at Zanies in Chicago, which is
Right.
my favorite club, and I
Okay.
have to say that was probably my favorite show, only because so many of our friends and family came out. It was like a Sunday at 4 o'clock. We managed to get over 65 people in a room, and I was really impressed with us for doing
Yeah.
that. One of our dear friends and neighbors, Pam Krugman, was able to open for us, and
Okay.
she's just one of the best people I've ever met. So I would say that was probably my favorite show,
You
and
can
not so
you
much
listen.
because of the
Take
performance,
take it
but
easy.
just
You can
because,
do a couple favorites, and then just one. Let you just do one least favorite.
okay, so another favorite, well, I don't, I mean, I just got to perform in the World Series of Comedy, and
Okay.
I felt like I did my very best. I really
Yeah.
crushed. I
Good.
was with the big dogs, you guys. I mean, honestly, it was like the top. I can't even I can't even explain how funny these top 6 people were, and I was one of them, and I was so honored. And the booker told me that he thought that I was in his top 3 out of the 6, so I was very honored. And I did not move on because the judges all the judges, I guess, did not agree. But that was probably one of my favorite shows. It was so much fun. And
Absolutely.
then least favorite shows, I will tell you, it is so important to know who your openers are. And I understand why so many headliners, when they travel, they bring their own openers so that they know what they're getting into. Because a club booked us to headline and booked an amazing headliner to open for us, and also let another amazing headliner come on and do 8 minutes of crushing crowd work before I went on. And these are two incredible Black comedians. And then I go up with my middle-aged mom jokes and I bombed. It was so bad. It was really bad. And we had friends there that were like, it wasn't that bad. You were fine. And I'm like, you are too nice. And my husband must be paying you. But it was so bad that the next day, because we were booked for a full weekend, the Saturday, they demoted us. The booker told me I was nothing better than nothing more than an opener, and I would never be more than an MC, and
Oh,
made Jason feature. So I MC'd, Jason featured, and then the person who was our opener headlined the Saturday night show. So that was
that's
my
pretty bad, man. I
worst.
feel bad now for even bringing it up. My
No,
God.
it's fine because it's part of the business. And I had asked this particular booker for 3 weeks before who was opening. I had local friends that wanted to open for us that I thought were a good fit. And he said, you let me do my job and I will do mine. And after this happened, I said, listen, you would never have Andrew Dice Clay open for Maria
For
Bamford.
yeah,
And he said, if Maria cannot follow Andrew Dice Clay, she shouldn't be headlining. And that's when I knew this guy doesn't know comedy.
yeah.
So
Well,
I feel okay about it.
let me ask you this. Don't you think, to a certain degree, comedy's pretty subjective?
Absolutely. But we bombed. I mean, it was really bad.
No, I'm not thinking about that one. But in other words,
Yeah.
I do really dark, nasty, terrible jokes. And it's funny, there are some people, older comedian stuff that I talk to, and they say, "Oh, Scotty," but they laugh like hell. There's other older comedians that they're like, "No, don't give me," that I think it's real subjective.
You have to find your people. Mary Mack, who's an amazing comedian, says, write for the audience that you want. So
Yeah.
I've asked all my gay besties, how do I write for this audience? Because that's who I want in the crowd because they're so cute and fun and I
Hey,
love it. It's
besties.
great. My gay besties.
You and I guess you and your husband, but produce shows.
Yeah, a few. And actually we've sort of stepped back from it because we're so busy with all of the shows that we have going on,
Okay.
traveling and all that. Like we're going to um all over Little Rock and Boston, and we're really, really hitting the ground running now. But we do some shows. We have a cottage in Caseville, Michigan, which is in the thumb of Michigan, and we do still produce some shows up there, which we love. And then we also do private events when
Well,
somebody
I was
books
going to
us.
say, do you enjoy the producing as much as the doing when you're on stage yourself?
No.
Not at
I
all.
do love getting people opportunities. Like I love when we can book a headliner and just open and have fun and I can have some drinks because I don't like to drink before shows, but if I'm just doing 10 minutes up front and watching an amazing headliner on one of our stages that we produce, that is a lot of fun. And I also like getting people opportunities, but mostly I just want to entertain people. I don't want to be a manager. I don't want to be a producer. I
No,
just,
no,
I
I get
really
it.
would love to act and do comedy.
Favorite food? In other
Oh,
words, you're down to, they say, Robin, this is the last food you're going to get.
do you know how much I love food? Like I was a fat kid growing up. So
I'm a fat guy. I love that.
I take Ozempic to be a normal size. Like I'm not even skinny and I've been on it
So,
for
so
three
that's like
years.
such a great question. That question's been working so well lately. I just added it a few weeks ago.
I love food. Okay, gosh, I mean, I don't even know where to start. I love sushi. I love
Yeah.
Thai and Indian, anything spicy. I love eggplant. That's a weird thing to say.
That's
Ice
really
cream.
bad.
I could eat my
Your
weight in
favorite
ice
last
cream.
food, eggplant.
And
What is
cake. Me
that?
gusta pastel. Cake. Mm.
Well, in other words, for me, not that you care what I think, but like lobster.
Oh, yeah.
I remember with the Iran hostages years, many, many years ago. I'm 63, by the way.
Yeah.
They released all the hostages.
Sure.
and the guy was from Maine or something, and he said, "No more lobster. Don't send me." Other people were sending him lobster, and I thought, I don't think I could ever say that. I don't
No.
think I could ever say, "No, I'm good with the lobster. Just bring me as much lobster and butter, maybe a steak with it."
Well, I didn't realize there was a budget here. Like I
Oh
no,
no, no, no! That's what I'm saying.
I
I
do love lobster and steak. I mean, I love it all. I'm not kidding. Like there's not one
See,
food.
that's a good question. That's a pretty good
Yeah.
question. I knocked
Yeah,
that one out of the park.
exactly.
Favorite TV show that
I
you
don't
like,
really,
and you can
you
do
know,
a couple.
it's
No,
funny. I don't watch, as somebody who wants to act and be in TV shows,
you
I
don't
don't
watch them,
watch
man.
that much TV. Recently, we watched Pluribus, which was really good, and I
Okay,
can't wait for that to come back out.
okay.
But like, I used to love The Bachelor, which is canceled.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm big Survivor and Big Brother and that kind of crap. I love
I
that. I
never
love.
watched Big Brother. I watched the first Survivor where the fat guy got skinny, and then I never really watched it again.
All right, last one. Favorite movie.
Favorite movie. Can it be Grease? Because I love
Whatever you
Grease.
want. This is your comedy minute. It's all about you.
It's so cheesy, but like I just love
No,
that
it's
movie,
not. But
Grease.
you're unique. Whatever you like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. I'm a big
Especially on this show, your comedy minute. It's all about you.
I was a theater nerd, so I've got to go with
Grease.
Grease.
Okay.
Not Grease 2 though. That one was a pile of shit.
Not Grease 2. Not that Grease 2 bullshit. It's got to be Grease 1. Um, as you mentioned, you're going all over touring. I'm going to put the links to your website and everything you have going on, your YouTube, your Instagram, your
Great.
Facebook. I'll do everything I can to help. I do want to thank Adam Minnick who put this together.
I love Adam. He just messaged me today.
Adam's been on my show twice. I just love Adam, one of the
So
best comedians out there.
I'm going to tell you something funny about Adam real quick.
Okay.
I just got a message from him because I put in my stories, a, like a little story. It said, "Girl, go focus on yourself because there is nothing more beautiful than a woman that knows her worth, works toward her goals, and dreams big." And he wrote me back, "Don't call me a girl," from my stories. And I laughed because he's funny. I
Yeah,
love
Adam
Adam.
Adam is one of the best out there.
Yeah.
I love everything about him.
Aw. You
No,
should
I
marry
mean what I admire is he's clean.
him.
His
Not
and we've shared a lot together. We've spent, 30 minutes and 30 minutes again, an hour together. He actually missed one because his son had an incident or something, and we've gotten even closer. It was over the holidays, and he shared with me his writing style and his approach. For instance, he doesn't like crowd work.
Mm.
I don't know if you know that. Like, boy, Adam in crowd work, he just doesn't like it at all.
Sure. Well, I don't like too much crowd work. I think, listen, you can write a joke
Yeah,
with a
you're
punchline.
supposed to perform. Yeah.
Yeah,
There are
yeah.
comedians though that these days are just getting up and just doing crowd work.
hmm Well, or that's all you're seeing on socials because that's what they're posting because they don't want to burn their
Burn their
jokes,
jokes, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know what else. Like I said, I'm going to list everything you have coming up. Is there anything I missed, because I'm trying to do the best I can here.
Well, no, I mean, I just know that Jason and I are going to continue to work together when we can. But I'm
Right.
also pursuing opportunities to go out by myself.
Right.
And I am putting together some women's shows. I'm really excited about some of the opportunities that we're getting. He's not available for 2 nights. So, what's happening? There's a new club that's going to be opening in Atlanta. And on the Friday night, I'm going out early and doing a Robin and Friends show,
Okay.
giving some opportunities to a couple local ladies and bringing my friend Pam Krugman with me. And then on the Saturday, we'll be co-headlining together. So I'm really excited about those types of opportunities, which is going to be a lot of fun too. So
Well, I told you, I don't know if you saw the post. I want nothing but female comedians. Because I just think it's unfair that men think they're funny and women aren't, and I just don't believe that.
well, it
So,
is true in some cases. I mean, there are
well,
some
but no, I
women that
mean,
aren't funny,
you
and there
guys
are
have
some
an
men that
uphill
aren't funny
battle
too.
because there's on a bill, there's four guys and one woman, and it's hard. So you have my support.
Thank you.
Anything I can do is you do more of these Robin and Friends show, send them my way. I'll have them on. We'll promote anything I can do.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, who's making the plans? It's the women anyway. So they're either dragging their spouses with them or their boyfriends or whatever, or they're getting their girlfriends together. And what better way to have a fun night than to go,
Well,
watch
I
a
also
woman make
think
fun of
there's
her husband?
that I grew up again. I mentioned I'm 63. My parents had records. You probably never heard them by the Bickersons.
No.
It's men and women. There's a thing there.
And my youngest, Elliot, that still lives at home, man, same thing. He's the funniest Gilleran, really. I beg him every week to go to the open mic to try jokes because he is so funny.
But he has a problem with socks.
No, it's a joke.
All
I've never even
right, all
seen a
right, all
crusty
right.
sock,
And the
but
other one, I like that.
as I
What
touch
do
my
you
nose,
do
that's
you
like
want to
that
do it?
means
Is
I'm
there
warm.
anything else we have to do yet, or are we going to do it?
No, but if people do want to see where we are coming, I update our website. It's
Yep.
hardgcomedy.com and you can catch everything there.
Robyn Gilleran, your comedy minute. Go ahead.
I have been traveling a lot for comedy. Like I said, I love traveling for comedy. I told my husband the other day that I especially love traveling without him. Yeah, because I get to wear my most comfortable, ugliest underwear. And
Okay.
he said, yeah, he said, I love it too, babe, because I get to wear your prettiest underwear. When I travel, mostly I'm cheap about it. Like I have enough money to travel, but I'm super cheap. I actually only fly Spirit Airlines. Have you ever flown Spirit? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be called in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit Airlines. Because when I get on that Spirit plane, I'm like, dear sweet baby Jesus, please don't let this plane fall apart. I'm kneeling in the back because I didn't pay for a seat or a safe landing. And when they ask me to upgrade to a sober pilot, I always say no. I don't know why. Did you know they make you pay for everything on Spirit? You even have to pay for water now. It's
Really?
crazy. They will give you a cup of ice for free, but you have to fly the plane a little. That's my minute. Was that fun?
It was absolutely fantastic.
I
I
love
give
it.
it 10 out of 10. I really
10
do.
out of 10. Oh,
Absolutely 11 out of 10.
you
It was
should have been a
fantastic.
World Series of Comedy judge.
No, oh, there's a shot at the judges that didn't move you
They
on.
didn't pick me, those bitches.